Hey guys, I'm Romeo from In Demand, and not long to go now until my first ever road race, my first time taking part in the Bank of Scotland Great Scottish Run half marathon on the 4th of September. It's nail biting time, we're almost there. So I've got some frequently asked questions for you. I've come up with a list and I thought, right, let's get someone in to answer the questions. So from the Running Network, Louise Morgan is sitting with me right now. Hello Louise.
Hello.
So it's almost time for the big day.
Great.
I've got some questions for you, okay?
No problem.
And you're the lady in the know. Okay, as to, with the answers. So, what kind of training should we be doing the week before the half marathon or the 10k? Should we be trying to squeeze in another 10k in that week before, or should we be resting?
No, the week before you should really be resting, not completely resting, but cutting back on your mileage. If you've done, say, 8, 10, 12 weeks of training already, you've done all the key parts of your training, now's the time to cut back a bit. Go out, do a few sort of easy runs and just rest for the big day so you start nice and fresh on the day.
So it's quite easy for the last week?
Yeah, just pull right back so that you've got plenty of energy for the day.
And the day before? Do you think, oh right, you know, like last minute cramming for an exam, do you think, right, let's get out and do a half an hour run, or do you just do completely nothing?
No, I would either do completely nothing, or if it helps, just go out and do a short, easy run just to get the legs ticking over, but certainly don't go out and think, oh, can I run this distance, and go out and do it the day before.
Okay.
You'll pay for it the next day.
And keep calm.
Keep calm and enjoy it. It's all about having fun.
Exactly, that's the important thing. And you might be thinking, right, I've done all my training, we're almost there, should I go out and buy myself some new shoes? Is that a good idea? No,
not at this point in your training. You really want to run the race in a pair of trainers that you know you're comfortable in, that you've worn for maybe 3 or 4 weeks prior to the race. So if you've got a brand new pair of trainers on the day, you might find they hurt your feet or give you blisters. So keep your new trainers for after the race, and a good tried and trusted pair of trainers on the day.
Definitely. I got new trainers about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Right, and have you been wearing them?
And a couple of weeks after getting the new trainers, I had blisters and everything after doing my long distance running. So yeah, if you've worked with the trainers in the run up to the race,
definitely use them. Definitely use
and then
them.
as a wee reward, buy yourself a new pair of trainers for the next race.
Sounds good.
And what about the day before, or even a couple of days before, when it comes to eating? Is there a certain diet you should follow, things that you should or should not eat?
Yeah, eating wise, just kind of hopefully during your training you've been having a fairly healthy diet throughout your training. You want to keep that going right in the run up to. Now's not the time to try anything new. Don't try eating something different to see if it'll help you on the day. Fairly healthy, balanced diet. You want some carbohydrates to give you energy over those 13 miles, so things like pasta, potatoes, rice, bread, but 65 to 70% of your diet, and then just kind of healthy, balanced diet. Don't eat too many fats or anything like that. It's gonna.
And what about the morning of? What time? Oh, sorry. What kind of food should you be eating to get you through the race?
Morning of the race again. Have something you ideally have practiced in a few weeks before, something light 2 to 3 hours before the race, something you, whether I don't know what you've been eating in your training beforehand, maybe a bowl of porridge or some toast or something like that, something light to give you the energy to get you through.
And give it time to digest as well.
Yeah, so a good 2 to 3 hours before the race. Don't be scoffing at the start line before you go.
Okay. And drinks, what should you be drinking before and even during the race as well?
Yeah, before and during, just make sure you are well hydrated, so drink plenty of water in the lead up the last couple of days, little and often. You don't need to drink loads and loads, but water or whatever drinks you like having. Try and avoid the alcohol, unfortunately.
How many days? Now that's an important question for me. How many days before, Louise?
Maybe a few days. Just try and get yourself well hydrated. Save the alcohol for after the race. Go out to celebrate your achievement and have a drink.
And it's a cheap date after the race because it's just
yeah.
one, and then that's it. Over 18s only. And on the race day, when we've got to get down to the square for the start line, whether you're doing the 10k or the half marathon. What time should you be there for? Should you give yourself plenty of time before the start race?
Yeah, definitely give yourself plenty of time. If you're doing the half marathon. For the 10k runners, the 10k starts at 9:30, so ideally they want to be there for about 9 o'clock. That gives them half an hour to get ready, to give themselves a warm up, find their muster group. All the muster groups that start are colour coded, which will match their running number. So I don't know what number you have. What have you got?
I've got it somewhere.
If it's say blue, for example, you would start in the blue section. So give you time to find that. Ideally, on the race website, there's information about how to get there. Look at public transport on the day and parking and things like that. Definitely plan your route in advance. You've got yourself, you've got another 20,000 runners, spectators, all making their way down on the day. So give yourself plenty of time. You're doing the half marathon, so that starts at 11 o'clock.
Which is later this year, I think,
yes,
than last year.
Yes, it is later to give a bit of time for the 10k runners to get out the way. So they'll start at 9:30. If you can get there no earlier than 10 o'clock to give the 10k runners time to get away. And again, half an hour before the race, get yourself warmed up. find your colour-coded start group.
Okay.
If you're unsure of anything, check the website. That's got all the information, road closures.
Which is on your chest.
Yes, that's the website.
Runglasgow.org.
www.runglasgow.org. So that's got plenty of information. It'll be in your race pack as well.
And to get you through the race, is it a good idea to have friends strategically placed around the route as well?
That's a big key part of it. It's definitely towards the end. It's getting tough, just to give you that cheer. It's amazing the difference it makes to see a friendly face, you know, shouting you on towards the end.
As you get to the 11th mile
Yes,
on the 11th hour and trying to get through it.
So bring them with you along on the day too.
And can they bring banners and stuff if you want?
They can bring whatever they like.
Have a
Get some
party, keep you going.
Romeo banners and things like that.
That's
Absolutely.
really important though, because no matter how many or how big a playlist you're going to have on your iPod with all your big running tunes to get you through it, when you see that face, that's
somebody
just
that's
give you that
shouting your
little
name
boost.
as well. It's what a lot of runners like to do is put their name sometimes on their top as well,
Right, so
so
they
it's
shout it.
spectators can shout out the name as well.
And when you've got your friends and family there, should you give them a change of clothes for after the race, or can you put them somewhere?
No, we have changing facilities at Glasgow Green at the finish line. What's really good about this race, the finish line is a 10-minute walk to the start line. Best thing to do, make your way to Glasgow Green with all your belongings. So if you want to get changed at Glasgow Green, then you can leave your belongings there for when you finish. You then get 10 minutes to get to the start line. You could use that as your warm-up as well, so you could do a light jog or a brisk walk up to the start line. When you finish, you'll come back, you'll finish at Glasgow Green, there's all your stuff there for you, so there's no hanging about, there's no buses to wait on or anything like that, fuss free, just go and collect your stuff, so your family aren't holding all your jackets
all
and
your
bags
personal
and things
belongings
like that,
and dip in your pocket for some money.
Exactly.
And you mentioned there the 10-minute walk from the green to the square as a warm-up. If you just go straight to the square, what can you do there for warm-up? Can you jogging on the spot? What would
just
you
a
recommend?
kind of light warm-up. Don't do anything too strenuous. You want to keep your energy for the day, but just to get your muscles warmed on the day, you can do some light jogging, a few strides, pick it up, do some stretching, sort of 10 to 15 minutes before, so that you're warmed up properly for the day.
And if you've got a friend with you that's running, and they're maybe not as quick as you, or you're not as quick as them, should you run together, or do you stick to your sort of allocated groups?
You should really stick to your allocated groups. If you want to run with a friend you know is going to be a bit slower than yourself, you should move back to their group. The colour-coded groups are there for sort of safety and enjoyment on the day. So the front group, for example, they'll have the white numbers on there. Your elite athletes, your fast club runners, they'll start at the front. And then you've got your blue group, your green and your yellow groups, which progressively gets slower as you go back. So say you wanted to run with your friend who came up near a faster section with you, he's maybe going to be running slower than the rest of the group, which can cause congestion and stuff like that. So if you want to run with your friend, that's fine, but maybe move back into their group and run at their pace.
And one thing I've found quite important as well is if you and your friend are in the same colour group, but you might not necessarily be at the same pace, because there is a difference in pace, I'd imagine, in each group. So you could be in the same group, but you could run that bit faster. And if you do get to that point where you do want to go a bit faster, should you hold back, or should you, if you've got that energy?
That's the deal you make with your friend.
Right,
if you want to stick with your friend all the way around, no matter what. Some runners do that deal. If you know, if you're maybe feeling a bit rough, your friend wants to hold back for you, or vice versa, that's fine. Or do you decide, you make the deal if you want to push on? That's entirely up to you.
Well, I'm a serious runner, Louise. I'm taking this seriously, so
push
I'm
on,
leaving
then
my
don't wait
mates.
for any of
If
your
I get that
friends, just
energy,
leave them
I am
behind.
off. Run, Forest, run. And we've mentioned, of course, making your way around the route and having friends at each point to get you going. But you also need your water stops as well, and there are water stations. So to stop any traffic jams, I'm guessing there must be some sort of route or technique to get into a water station.
Yeah, the best thing, all the water stations, there's 4.5 marathon for you, there's 2 in the 10k runners will have 2 stations. This is all again on the race website and in the pack you receive. Advise you to sit the night before, have a wee look so that you know exactly where these stations are. So when you're planning to run, you get sort of time to know they're coming up ahead of you. Be aware of the other runners around you, that's the only thing. Don't just cut across suddenly. If you imagine you've been running for quite a while, your legs are tired, somebody cuts in front of you, you're stumbling over them, it can be a bit awkward. So just be aware of the other runners around you, move across slowly, take your water. What you'd also like to do, once you've drank your water, there's bins after every water station as well, so ideally we'd like you to put your water bottles in the bin. If you imagine 20,000 runners out there all throwing their water bottles on the floor,
And someone trips
the
up or
ones at the
whatever.
back coming up behind, so try and get them in the bin afterwards.
And obviously we need something to measure our time, so in previous years we've had a little chip that goes around the ankle, but we've changed it this year.
We have. Previous years the chip around the ankle worked really well. That takes your start time from when you cross the start line to when you cross the finish line. So if you start further back and it takes you 10 minutes to get through the line, that's fine. Your time won't be recorded until you cross the start line. Problem we had with that, at the end, you've just ran 13 miles, you're leaning over and trying to untie this thing off your shoe, which some people find uncomfortable. This year we're using a brand new thing called bib tag. so the chip's embedded in your running number.
Right,
So really
okay.
important, don't forget your running number in the morning, make sure you've got that pinned. It's a good idea to get your kit and everything ready the night before as well, so you're well prepared. So your chip's embedded in the running number, that'll take your time when you cross the start line, you cross the finish line. When you cross the finish line, you don't need to worry about taking the chip off or handing it in anything. It's up to you whether you want to keep it as a wee souvenir or throw it away later.
And when we get to the finish, when we've crossed that finishing line, what happens then? What do we get? What do we do?
Right, first time when you cross the finish line, savour your moment, especially yourself. It's your first half marathon, really enjoy it. It's a great achievement and it's a great fun day. You'll hopefully be smiling when you cross the line. So enjoy that moment going across the line. Just watch when you do cross the line, keep yourself moving, watch you don't stop suddenly. There will be people coming up behind you, so cross the finish line. Once you cross, you'll be given your medal, your goodie bag and more water and things like that, so you can cross through there.
And a wee banana?
I think you probably do get a banana as well. There should be a
remember that
banana
last
there
year.
too.
I'm just there for the food, Louise.
That
I just
sounds
want
like
the grub
it.
at the end.
So get all that when you cross through the finish line, and then you can go and collect your clothes as well if you've got change there. There's also a family reunion there if you want to meet up with your friends and family. Big flags and also big letters of the alphabet, so it's really easy to find who you're looking for.
And then your time gets automatically registered once you've crossed the finish line.
That's right.
And you'll see your time. Well, that's not the exact time that you'll see on the gantry, is it, when you cross the line?
If you want your exact time to have it there and then time it on your watch as well. So wee tips, press start when you cross the start line and stop.
And then you'll be able to collect your time when
the times will be published afterwards on the website. Right,
okay, that's fine. And entry packs, sorry, your race packs with your bib and everything.
Yep.
Do we collect? How do we get them? Do we
They'll
collect
get
them?
posted out to you.
Okay.
You should receive them. I think it's by the 28th. Let me just check. I've got.
It says, well, we can collect them as well at Race Hotel from the 1st to the 3rd of September, and entries are now open till the end of the month, so we've got until
30th of August.
the 30th.
If you enter online, you should get your pack sent out to you.
Right, okay.
But the Race Hotel's open on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd
Okay.
for you to collect your packs if you're registering later.
And details of it all are still on the website at
www.runGlasgow.org.
My glamorous assistant Louise. Well, listen, Louise, thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
those final pointers.
And best of luck with the race.
Thank you. We're going to see you there on the day.
You will see me there on the
Right,
day.
okay, it's a race. It's a race. What's your time?
I don't know yet.
Oh, right. Well, I've said 1:45 to 2 hours, so if I'll be under 2 hours, I'll be happy. So hopefully you guys, if you've not signed up yet, runglasgow.org to join myself and everyone else taking part in either the 10k or the half marathon, the Bank of Scotland Great Scottish Run. And remember, the junior races are open as well. Find it all on the website, and we'll see you in the start line.